Hi, it's Bumblebeary. Welcome back to Seduce Me too. Diana's in the room. She turned to me and crossed her arms, taking in my form.
You will be training with me today. I apologize for Sero's absence.
No problem. I can learn how to, seduce everyone in the world. What do you mean? Where is Sero?
He asked to train on his own for the day. As he will be in the front lines of the siege, I granted him permission.
Okay. I pressed my lips together into a fine line, but nodded. If he was charging at the front, then it made sense that he'd want to take a day and work on himself. I held my hand out and summoned my weapon, ready to fight the Queen of the Rebellion head on. All right, then don't hold back. Dana nodded and prepped her stance, summoning her saber and bringing it back behind her. I had to use this new training partner as a new experience. Not everyone would fight like Sero, so this was a good challenge for me. Look at her face. She's like, I will kill you, and I will love every second of it. Fighting with Diana was no easy task. She was quick and thought 10 steps ahead of me, catching me off guard at some points. Still, I could tell that I was putting up a good fight with my defense. What surprised me was how time passed by without me even noticing it. The more I clashed with Diana, the more ignorant I became of the sky's eventual descent from light purple to dark orange. Soon enough, our training had ended. Question, I know time works differently, like in Demon World and Real World. Weren't our parents invited to the wedding? Aren't they kind of concerned that I, just disappeared? No? Did the boys explain anything? Did they say it was a bachelorette party gone wrong? I want to have that conversation. I've panted, out of breath, but surprisingly still on my feet. I didn't understand how or why, but I could only assume that I was getting better, which was a good thing. Dana smirked as she relaxed, stretching back and forth and making her saber vanish.
I will admit, dear, you've done well for just a handful of days.
Yeah. I grinned, happy to hear that I had impressed Diana with my skills. I only trained for a couple of days, but showed great improvement. Maybe the demon world was aiding me in becoming a stronger person. Why not? Thank you, Diana. Dana nodded before walking to the exit of the room.
Now, please excuse me. I must see to the boys. You are free to come with if you'd like.
Okay. I declined and left the room as well, towards the opposite direction, feeling my bed calling to me. Besides, I didn't want to be a distraction. I'm just I don't care about the other boys now that I've chosen one. Entering my room, I felt heavy. To think that I had attacked Erik that morning was horrifying. I could have hurt him. I didn't want to hurt him. Then again, I had thought he was the Demon Lord. I had every reason to be frightened and try to fight, but if he had appeared for real, would I have been able to stop him? I was training, yes, but only to defend myself, not to kill anyone.
I can help, you know.
You can help what? Me kill a Demon Lord? I don't trust you, you evil little baby. The spirit was enticing me again. The room around me felt frozen in time once again. Shouldn't I be exhausted after training for a full day with Diana? How do you even have energy? You can help me with what?
With a lot of things, actually. If you want, I can give you really cool powers.
Why are you being so friendly?
Huh? I always wanted to help you.
The spirit was making little sense. I was already training, and I was completely tired. I closed my eyes and looked away. I can take care of myself.
Well, if you need any extra power, let me know. I can keep nasty people away. Just like last time.
Which time? But you'll get hurt. My words seemed to silence the spirit for a moment before it spoke again, as if unresolved.
I still want to help you. You shouldn't be pushed around by that icky man.
If you're talking about my fiancé, he's actually really nice. Erik isn't pushing me around.
It's only a matter of time, though.
What are you talking about? Did it really doubt my ability to protect myself? What do you mean?
You're a human. Humans aren't as powerful as demons. Especially not the evil man.
He is not evil. I don't understand why she thinks he is. Before my eyes, the room around me shifted to the interior of a dungeon. I panicked, looking around while being trapped in place. Smoke slowly eased into the space from the dark corners, making me cough and wheeze. What was this spirit doing? Stop it.
Use my magic!
What? I felt a soft glow in my chest. For some reason, I felt calm and the air became easier to breathe in. Was this the spirit's doing? Soon fire began to peek in and I was surrounded in flames. What is wrong with this spirit? It's like I'm going to put you in mortal danger so I can save you. I wrapped my arms around myself, trying to lean away from the heat.
A human can't survive in the demon world, but I can help you. I can protect you.
Stop this vision now! It was getting ridiculous. How could this be happening? Was I somehow in a dream? This was out of control, and I needed to find some form of freedom. All of a sudden, the flames around me vanished, and I was back in my room, staring into the empty space with the spirit in the middle.
Why won't you let me help you? I'm stuck in your body.
I don't need your help. I have Erik. The words slipped out. A brief silence followed before the spirit spoke again.
The icky man is related to the evil man, right?
Maybe. That came out of nowhere. I nodded, knowing what she asked. Erik is the Demon Lord's son. Doesn't mean he's the same, though. What? Was the spirit concerned that Erik was evil too? Defend Erik. Just because he's the Demon Lord's son doesn't make him a bad guy.
Does he really love you?
Of course he does! Excuse me, have you even seen my fabulousness? Although apparently not. There have been no CGs of Mika by herself, which I find a little weird. I stared at the spirit, trying to see where the question was going. It was trying to sway me, so I smiled and nodded. Erik indeed loved me. More than anything. He does. I know it.
And if he doesn't? What if he's lying?
He's very nice to me, and there is literally no reason for him to lie to me. He wouldn't lie to me.
He could be. Demons always lie to get what they want. I was lied to.
Were you? Oh, you were?
Someone,
Ironic.
a person, made a promise to protect me. But they didn't.
Who? Who? Why are you protecting their name now? The room became darker and colder as the spirit began to suddenly cry. I felt horrible listening to it weep. Before I could comfort it, though, it vanished into the air, leaving me in the room as time began to move forward once more. I let out a sigh and rubbed my head. Oops-a-daisy, let's go back. This was getting ridiculous. When was I going to be free of the spirit? I was becoming more anxious by the day. Even as Erik came into the room, I felt worry about the situation grow. Hi, shirtless Erik. How are you? Why do you look nervous all the time? I barely noticed as Erik finally entered the room. He slowly entered, most likely cautious from what happened in the morning. As memories of what happened appeared in my mind, I couldn't help but frown. I had attacked him. The spirit was trying to make me hurt the man I loved, and I couldn't have felt more ashamed for falling for its trick. I looked up at Erik with sad eyes, surprising him as he closed the door at last behind him, and he walked to join me on the bed. Erik, I'm sorry.
Love, it's all right.
You're so understanding, Erik. Erik wrapped his arms around me and nuzzled my head. I closed my eyes and relaxed into the embrace, feeling him gently drain me of energy. I didn't fight back. I didn't feel a reason to.
I know it's not your fault.
But I still almost hurt you this morning. My guilt consumed me as I buried my face into Erik's chest. Erik, in reply, ran his hand over my head and held me close. I was upset, and I had every reason to be. I could only hope that the spirit would be taken out soon. The morning was filled with concern as Diana had gathered us into the war room urgently. Apparently, she had found a way to expel the spirit from my body without hurting it.
Are you sure this will work?
Why not?
Indeed, this ritual is highly dangerous, but it should permanently sever the ties the spirit has on her body.
So, I feel like there's very little seduction happening in this game. So, Erik, do you want to seduce me all over again?
What do you need for this ritual? Is there a way to make it not as dangerous?
I've already looked into finding a safer method. The price for it is sadly too high to justify.
What is the price, then?
Let me deal with it when it comes. For now, we must prepare. Training today will be unnecessary. We need to prepare everything, and it will take a good majority of the day.
Why are you all focusing on this now? Can we take out the Demon Lord first? The day?
Indeed. However, once the spirit is severed, we can trap it and see why it was so keen on attaching itself to you.
It's strange. Why would a demon spirit pick a human to latch itself onto?
Well,
Have a
what are we
goal.
waiting for? Let's get going!
What do we need to do?
You all need to be here in case something goes awry. As for you,
Dana looked to me and gestured to the table, which was cleared save for a small pillow.
lie down, and I'll prepare the rest.
Sorry, I just imagined something ridiculous. I nodded and walked to the table. Erik, being the gentleman he was, helped me onto the surface. I gently leaned back to get comfortable, shifting the pillow beneath my head. No, Dana. Only ZUUULE. That's all I'm imagining. It's like, no, Mika. Only swoosh. Because I don't know the spirit's name.
She will lock herself within her mind and speak to the spirit. If the spirit is angered enough, it will take over the body. Basically, we're going to force the spirit to gain complete control of her body.
Oh, no thank you. I instantly sat up as everyone else turned towards Diana in shock.
And why would we want that?
Diana pressed her lips together, seeing the sudden flare of anxious anger around her before she turned to me.
Once the spirit has full control, then I will perform a spell that will rip it from your body,
Whoa.
leaving it open for possession. Being that your soul will still be in the body, you'll regain full control after the fact.
Wait, so what happens if you accidentally pull her soul out?
That's what makes this spell dangerous. It takes a large amount of energy and will only work if everything goes smoothly. I won't know for sure whose soul I'll be pulling until you wake up.
You're not even sure it'll work.
You're so quiet, Damien. That didn't ease my worries. Diana glared at Damien, who simply gave a cold stare back.
I would not suggest reading my mind again, bastard son.
Ooh.
Now's not the time to bicker. We need to make sure this goes smoothly.
If it goes wrong, the spirit could absorb her soul.
What?
Are you kidding me? And Diana's cool with this. I suddenly froze in place. The spirit could absorb me? What do you mean? Diana sighed and crossed her arms, pressing her lips together. Once again, however, her eyes made it clear that she believed the ritual would work. Yeah, you guys better defend me.
The spirit within you is a very powerful being, despite it being a child. It is a demon, but we don't know what kind of demon it is, so we have to assume that it is the worst kind. A soul eater.
It eats souls? Nom.
A very rare breed of demon who feeds on both energy and souls. It doesn't matter what kind of soul it is, as long as it's a soul, it's edible.
Oh, good.
They're only as powerful as the souls they absorb, which makes them the worst kind of demon.
But
I don't
didn't they
understand.
die out long ago?
As I said, we don't know if it is one or not, but we have to assume that it is for safety.
Are they born this way? Or I don't understand the demon world. But that's okay, I'm not supposed to. I'm just a human. Diana glared daggers into my soul, as if she was trying to glare at the spirit within me instead. Or maybe she wished to instill fear into me. I couldn't tell.
It will offer you power, but if you take it, then it will absorb your soul in exchange. The wording of its offer will grant the demon full power over your body, making it the owner.
No, I don't want it to be my owner. Erik gently took my hand and looked at me with more than concern burning in his eyes. He was worried and scared. Well, that makes me feel good. Should I comfort him or mentally prepare? I'm gonna prepare. Don't worry about it. I had to mentally prepare. I closed my eyes and took a few breaths before looking to Diana. I'm ready. Diana nodded as I slowly leaned back and relaxed once again on the table. Erik still held my hand, waiting to be told to let go. Surprisingly, Diana didn't request it of him. Everyone's concerned, like, I'm gonna die, no big deal.
Keep holding her hand. If something happens, you must get into her mind and aid her.
Erik nodded, as did I. Diana hovered a hand over my face, my gaze pinned on her palm. What was she doing?
Close your eyes and sleep. This will seem like moments for you, but it will be hours for us.
Okay. Sounds good on my end. I nodded and closed my eyes. Almost as soon as I closed my eyes, some sort of energy began to take hold of me. Was this Diana's doing or the spirit's? My nerves began to tingle and my body felt light as a feather. Energy ebbed and flowed through my body, and I felt like I was falling through water. The space around me became thick with calm and almost emptiness. Was this a forced dream?
I know what you want to do.
Yeah. So? Finally, the spirit made itself known. Look at that cool background. I like that. If I didn't already have a cool background, I would use that for my thumbnail. The space around me brightened to reveal a patch of forest. The image of my surroundings flickered and swayed slightly, reminding me that this was only an illusion in my head. In the center of the space, however, appeared the spirit in its orb shape. Would I ever see what the spirit actually looked like? I finally walked over and stood before the spirit. We're doing this so you can get out of my body.
But what if I don't want to leave?
Why wouldn't you want to leave? I suddenly became afraid. The spirit didn't want to leave? The air became cold as the spirit bobbed up and down in place casually.
In here, I'm safe from the evil man. He can't find me here, and he can't hurt me.
I've hurt you too. No, thank you. But you don't belong in my body. or we're gonna kill the evil man. But you don't belong in my body. The spirit was unfazed by my words, spinning around itself once.
I don't belong anywhere. I don't have a home to go to.
That's depressing. Don't care. But this is my body. The spirit circled around my form in observation.
I can help you, though. I really, really can.
I don't want to. I'm good. I'm not listening anymore.
No, listen, I can. I can protect you from being hurt. Really.
The forest began to quake and suddenly shifted to the side I hadn't seen in a while. My heart suddenly became light as I gazed at the room around me. My room.
My dear.
Oh my gosh, Erik, you sound so creepy. Suddenly I felt a pair of arms wrap around me. They felt like snakes slowly sliding across my body, with one across my chest and the other around my waist. Both pressed my back tightly against a warm and somehow familiar body. I felt disgusted by the act, but found no strength to fight back. A head caressed my shoulder and the side of my neck with a torturously slow touch.
My sweet, delicious bride-to-be. You'll spoil a demon such as me.
I'm glad you have taken to rhyming, Erik. Erik?
I can help you fight him off.
You need to fight him off. This was an illusion. This was some sort of trick to make me believe in the spirit. I knew it, but the fear within my body became real as Erik's fingers danced over my body. I didn't want this. A warm glow in my chest began to pulsate as a lavender wave of energy pushed against the arms around me.
What the?
Use my magic. Get him off of you.
No. On its own, the magic in my chest burst forth, forming a barrier around my body and pushing the illusionary Erik away from me. I barely turned in time to see the image fade like dust blown away by the wind. Why couldn't you do this to protect yourself then, eh? I don't trust you, spirit. I never imagined seeing Erik vanish before my eyes, but I became witness to the illusion of it, causing my heart to feel torn. I felt tears collect in my eyes, but my mind became chaotic. What was I doing? Stop it! I knew what was happening. The spirit was trying to show me an example. I wouldn't let it influence me. My scream echoed and shook the room.
Princess!
Yay! Real Erik! Naughty spirit! How dare you! The image around me quickly reformed to the forest before, and I watched as Erik appeared from the bush. The spirit quickly moved to be near my side as Erik glared at the spirit.
That's enough!
No! I won't do it!
Erik's glare could almost kill. As his ethereal tendrils appeared from around him, the spirit began to pulse defensively.
Then you leave me no choice.
Erik lunged forward and charged at the spirit, faster than I had ever seen him move. The spirit put up a large barrier. No. Erik's tendrils in rapid succession began to jab and slam themselves into the barrier, attempting to break it.
No!
Erik, this is bad. I didn't want the spirit to get hurt, and I didn't want Erik to get hurt either. Stop it! I ran for them, needing them to stop. The spirit needed to be angry, but not like this.
Princess, stay back!
I won't do it! No!
Oh, the barrage continued without mercy.
Listen to me! I can help you! Don't do this!
Get out of my body. With each strike Erik threw at the spirit, the barrier quaked and pulsed with energy. Over and over, the sound of magic clashing reverberated throughout the space we were in, making the imagery around us vibrate. Erik's face hardened with a look of pure determination and anger. He truly wished to help and protect me. Well, duh, I'm his lady. But the spirit was still a child. What was I going to do? We had to make it take control. Ooh. We're gonna save on another empty slot. Let's let Erik keep going. I couldn't step in. I didn't want to hit the spirit, but enough was enough. Erik was more than willing to help me get my body done. Anyway, I watched as Erik brutally showered the spirit with strikes from his tendrils. The orb kept defending itself, not wanting to die. I soon had to look away, no longer wanting to see it. Sorry, spirit. Kind of. As the final blow made impact with the spirit, a rush of bright light engulfed the area. As it did, I felt my form spasm and flicker, causing me to look down at my hands. Through the blinding light, I could see them trembling as they slowly began to turn transparent. What the? I looked up to see Erik rushing for me. Panic written all over his face. What was happening? I began to run for him, but felt my body move in the opposite direction. Drawing me further from the one I loved? Why? Erik? Why couldn't I get closer? Soon he vanished and became lost in white light. I felt weightless and my senses no longer worked. I was trapped. Oh, I only just barely could feel myself shed tears from how frightened I was. What was happening?
She's gone.
What? Who's gone? Who's gone?
What? What happened?
Eric, where is she?
No! No! Love! Get up! Wake up!
I'm coming.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
Damien, the spirit?
Gone too.
No, no. No, this can't be. No.
What did the spirit do?
Am I dead? Is this the end of the game?
It sacrificed itself and took her with it. That body has no soul. She's...
No!
I'm like, oh my gosh. And if I can't live, you can't either. Are you serious? What an achievement. Great. Well, I guess we'll have to try this again. If I attack it, will that help at all? Or no? Let's attack it ourselves. I had to aggravate it as well. If making it angry would make it take control, then that was what I had to do. I charged forward. I slammed a fist into the barrier. Boom, boom. Feeling a hot burn against my skin. However, I knew that I wasn't truly injured. The spirit wouldn't dare hurt me like that.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just the situation is just like, sorry, you're kind of in my way of life and stuff and, you know, having sex with my fiance. Erik increased the speed of his attacks, and soon our barrage on the barrier began to break through as it began to crack and fade with each punch. The spirit started to whimper.
No, please.
My heart felt like whimpering as well, but enough was enough. I had to fix this. With a final attack, Erik and I landed a blow together, smashing through the barrier and impacting the spirit. Ooh, to my surprise, the attack landed against what felt like a glass orb. Okay. Trembling, blinding light. What happened? And did I still die? Did I die? Again.
She's
What?
Yep.
No.
gone too.
No, no.
I'm dead.
No.
Again. Really? Really? Okay, I'll have to find out a different way to do this. Okay, I'll comfort Erik. I gently caressed his cheek. I needed not only to comfort myself, but I needed to show Erik that everything would be alright. Surely there would be doubts about this whole ordeal, like, you know, me dying, as well as the spirit, but I needed to do this. Erik gently held my hand and kissed over my knuckles, slowly calming down. It would be alright. I had to mentally prepare. Whew, whew, I'm ready. Alright, we're gonna do it.
Keep holding her hand.
Oh, she didn't request it of him? What? Okay, so he doesn't matter
Close
if I'm
your
holding
eyes
her hand.
and sleep.
Yeah, I got it. We're gonna kill the evil man. The spirit stopped bobbing in the air and pulsed a wave of energy, shaking the forest around us gently.
How can you kill the evil man?
Because I'm a freaking boss. Did you see my pointy things? We've been preparing for days. The spirit circled around my form in observation.
I can help you, though. I really, really can.
Don't care. Not
no,
listening.
Listen, I can't.
Nope. Still don't care. Is anything gonna happen? Let's attack you again. Ooh, Erik's rushing for me this time. What's happening? I began to run for him. His body began to glow a deep red and purple color. Erik! Within seconds, he reached me and wrapped his arms firmly around me. Did I survive? He surrounded us both in a red glow. I felt safe, and the transparency in my hands faded away. If he gets
I've got you! Don't let go of me!
By the spirit, I'm going to be so angry. I nodded and gripped Erik tightly, feeling something try to pull me away. I shut my eyes, focusing on staying close to Erik. Yes, focus! Digging my nails into his vest and his shirt, I pulled myself against Erik's chest. My breath felt as if it was trying to escape from my lungs, but Erik gently moved a hand to tilt my head and covered my mouth with his. This is so romantic. I felt him breathe and replace the air I had lost, desperate to keep me alive. Was I dying? At last the pull on me stopped and the world around us grew dark. The forest was gone. The spirit was gone. We were safe! As Erik pulled away and looked down at me with a small, slow smile, I felt happy and relieved. I had been saved from whatever the spirit tried to do, and I was thankful to him for rescuing me when I needed him. I might have been strong, but being in Erik's arms always made me feel stronger. Erik and I collapsed into each other, closing our eyes and escaping the depths of my mind at last. I wanted to rest a while longer. I felt my body slowly come back to life as I awakened, as if from a dream. My eyes were blinded by the light of a room, but slowly adjusted so that I could see everyone staring at me in relief.
She did it.
I did it!
They did.
We did it!
Oh my stars and garters.
Oh my gosh, that's a hilarious weird phrase. Diana's like surprised. I slowly sat up, rubbing my head and looking around. From everyone's faces, no one had rested. How long had we been out? Also, that was the perfect opportunity for a CG of like Mika running into his arms. That's okay. As I thought of Erik, I looked to my side to see him slowly rising from his sleep as well, still holding onto my hand. I smiled, remembering how he had sat by my bedside the day Diana came for him. Nostalgia hit me hard as I pulled Erik gently to me and wrapped my arms around him.
Love?
I'm here, Erik. So maybe we just needed to have our bond be closer to him and have the spirit get more riled up. Oh, let's save here, I guess. And I guess we'll end the episode here. So we survived, kind of. I mean, we might have died a couple times in between. But what do you guys think? How come I died before? Was I not close enough to him? Was the spirit not angry enough? Why does everyone want to kill me all the time? I think these are valid questions that could use some answering. But I will see you on the next episode, and I hope that you all stay sweet. Bye!